Guys, do you think Real Madrid can do a comeback against Arsenal on Wednesday in the UCL? Let me know your answer about that down below in the comments, because we are going to talk about a lot of things relating to that game. Thomas Partey being fit, Thomas Partey being compared to Camavinga by Rooney, and also what Rio Ferdinand had to say about that game. We're also going to talk about Antoine Semenyo, what Thierry had to say about him, and also the interest from Manchester United amongst many others. But before we jump into it, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Adam. We're watching SportsCornerGH. Quickly, let's jump into it and begin with Thomas Partey. Now, let me take you over to the weekend. Thomas Partey scored a goal against Brentford, where Arsenal drew 1-1 with Brentford in the EPL. Thomas Partey scored his fourth goal in that particular game. Now, he did not play the full 90 minutes. He was substituted out in the 70th minute. Reason being that Thomas Partey complained of a pain, and the doctors wanted to take some precautions. They did not want to take any risk with Thomas Partey, so they substituted him out. After some few days, we heard the medical report stating that Thomas Partey picked up a knock. But then today, Thomas Partey underwent a late fitness test ahead of their game against Real Madrid, and he passed. So he will be traveling with the rest of the Arsenal team to Santiago Bernabeu to face off with Real Madrid on Wednesday. So this is actually good news for Arsenal and also for Thomas Partey. But then the real reason why Thomas Partey is trending on Facebook and also other social media platforms is because of what Rooney had to say. Now, Rooney was asked to do a combined 11 between Real Madrid players and also Arsenal players. He did it for all the positions, and then when he got to the midfield, that was where he found a certain dilemma, because he had to pick between Camavinga and also Thomas Partey. And then he went with Camavinga, and Arsenal fans were not happy about it because they were comparing both players' season, and they are looking at the statistics, and people feel like Thomas Partey has done enough to be part of the combined 11, and Camavinga shouldn't come close to where Thomas Partey is. But then that is an argument for you to settle on and conclude and also answer. Then let me ask you, would you pick Thomas Partey over Camavinga or Camavinga over Thomas Partey in that combined 11 midfield, that number 6 rule? Let me know your answer down below in the comments. Who would you go for, Partey or Camavinga? Now, let's move away from that and take a look at what Rio Ferdinand had to say about the game. Now, he says that, I don't think Real Madrid are capable of winning this time because they haven't kept a clean sheet this season. They need to score about 5 goals to progress and also 4 goals to equalize before it goes to penalties. Now, a lot of people do not understand the statement because of the goals he was mentioning. Now, in the first leg, Arsenal won by 3-0. Now, what Rio Ferdinand is trying to say is that he knows Real Madrid are not going to keep a clean sheet in the second leg, so they have to score more than that 3 goals. So if they want to even equalize the game, then they have to score 4. If they want to actually win, then they have to score 5, stating that Arsenal will at least get a goal in that game, and that is coming from Rio Ferdinand. But then let me know your thoughts about all that down below in the comments. Now, you go on social media and you see Real Madrid fans, Real Madrid players sending warning to Arsenal, sending warning to Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and all the players. Now, a lot of people believe that they might do that remontada and all those things. Now, this is what Jeslu had to say about the game. He says that we have to score early and the Bernabeu will do the rest. Now, it did not end there. Now, the other players on social media have been talking, and this is coming from Jude Bellingham. He says, believe, see you on Wednesday, Madridistas. Same thing for Rodrigo. Rodrigo said this on IG. He says that, see you on Wednesday. You all would be key. Come on, Madrid. Vinicius Jr. also said this on IG. Already thinking about Wednesday. We are ready and looking forward to it. We will wait for you at the Bernabeu and we will try everything. We are Real and Hala Madrid. The players are poised. Those Real Madrid players are planning and plotting for the game on Wednesday. And their plan is very simple. Score as early as possible and make sure Bernabeu do the rest. The fans do the rest. And you have been hearing stories that they are going to cover the stadium, they are going to do this, they are going to do that. But then, as I asked you at the beginning of the video, do you think Real Madrid can do a comeback against Arsenal on Wednesday? Let me know your answer down below in the comments, because the hype for this game is just too crazy. So guys, that is the update I have for you concerning Thomas Partey and also the Real Madrid versus Arsenal game in the UCL. Now let's move away from all this and talk about Antoine Semenyo. This season, he has equaled the goals he scored last season. 8 goals, and he's doing extremely well. Now, if you want to take a look at all the goals he scored across all competition, it is 10 goals. Double figures for Antoine Semenyo with 4 assists. Now, they played a game yesterday, Bournemouth versus Fulham. That game ended in a 1-0 win for Bournemouth. And Antoine Semenyo was the only player who scored the goal. He scored the goal in the 53rd second. No minute. It was even before 1 minute, 53rd second. Now, this is good for Antoine Semenyo because he is getting a lot of attraction from a lot of teams. Now, I'll come back to that. Let's talk about what Thierry had to say about the player. He was really excited. And it got to a point, he was telling Semenyo that he was cooking. And he was talking about the jollof, the fufu and everything. But guys, check out this video.
You realize that he gave you his bag. Did you realize that?
Yeah, as soon as he turned, that's when I knew just get the shot away. And it was perfect timing. So, yeah.
So you were cooking?
Yeah, you know me, I have to cook. If I don't cook, I ain't working.
You were cooking some fufu, jollof rice. Okay.
Come on.
So guys, you have seen the video and let me know what you think about that down below in the comments. Thierry could not stop admiring the efforts from Antoine Semenyo this season. He has been on beast mode for Bournemouth. Now, Antoine Semenyo himself has spoken about the goal he scored. He says he has been praying. We all know Bournemouth quite of late have not really won their games. They always draw points. They are playing their games and it's as if, you know, Bournemouth is not the Bournemouth we saw at the beginning of the season. Now, they are fighting for a place in Europe. They want to play either the Europa League or the Europa Conference League. They just want to go to Europe at all costs. And this means that they need to keep on winning games. And that win against Fulham was really, really important to keep their hopes alive. So, Semenyo reacted to the game and this is what he said.
Nice 3 points. How does it feel to be back to winning ways?
Oh, it feels so good. I feel like the manager's been banging on all week about make or break for us with the European journey. So we knew that today was important. We needed to get 3 points, and thank God we got the 3 points. So on to the next, really, step by step again.
Obviously, today equalled the club's best ever points total in the Premier League with obviously 6 games left to play. How pleasing is that?
Yeah, no, that's definitely pleasing. I feel like we've been breaking records since last year, to be honest. Hopefully we can exceed those points and do the club proud. So yeah, it's a great achievement.
So guys, you have heard from Semenyo. Now, Semenyo speaking is not all about, you know, the goals and everything. He wants to go to Europe. But then mikel owen, that we already know, also spoke about Semenyo, saying that he loves the player. He's a proper baller this season. And I like everything that is happening to Semenyo. He deserves all the hype. But then the big question is that, is Semenyo a right fit for Manchester United? Because Ruben Amorim has been a long-time admirer of Semenyo all season, because if you look at what Semenyo is doing with Bournemouth, imagine him in that Manchester United setup. Now, in that number 9 position, we have Højlund, we have Zexi, and these 2 players have not really foot to the bill for Manchester United. Now, Ruben Amorim is looking at Semenyo for that particular number 9 role. When it comes to our wingers, originally, or let me say initially, Semenyo was brought into Bournemouth to play a right wing position, but then he has been converted into a left winger. And Semenyo has now proven to everyone that he can play with both foot, both the left and also the right. So when it comes to Manchester United, he becomes a very versatile player for us. But the big question is that, is he the right fit for Manchester United? This team is like a cancer. You come in and you forget how to play ball, like everything goes to, goes abysmal. We have seen good players coming to Manchester United and he has gone abysmal. But then the big question is he the right fit for Manchester United? Now, Jimmy Ratcliffe is now in charge of the sporting aspect of Manchester United. But the big question is he going to pay that money for Semenyo? Because Bournemouth are demanding 70 million euros. That means Manchester United would have to pay more than 65 million, and the rest would have to come in bonuses and add-ons and everything. So the big question right now is is he the right fit, and is Manchester United going to fit the bill for Antoine Semenyo, looking at this season in the EPL so far? So guys, let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Semenyo is being fantastic with Bournemouth. Arsenal themselves with the Thomas Partey are doing so well, and we want to see if they can complete what they started in the first leg against Real Madrid on Wednesday. So guys, this is where I'm going to end it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we will vibe.